How we doing there, boys and girls? Manthieus here, and welcome back to another video. So today I come with some really good news, some news that I've wanted to be able to bring to you guys for quite a while, and I was really keeping my fingers crossed that it was going to be a thing, and it does appear that it is going to be. There seems to have been implemented in this latest beta build a nice little alt catch-up system for the Renown. Renown is reputation in Dragonflight. It basically a similar, it's just been reskinned. Instead of having regular reputations that go from, friendly to honoured to revered to exalted, we have a renown path for each of the four major factions. And with this was the slight concern that if you need to do that on alts, it's going to be a very long-winded process. And for anybody like me who really enjoys leveling up the different professions and becoming, a master of all trades, it was quite daunting to see that just how much renown and how much reputation I was going to need to potentially be grinding out, not just on my main character, but on the alts as well. But they seem to have done something about this. So let's take a little bit of a look at it. Let's find out exactly what it is, how it works, in a little bit more detail. So, taking a little bit of a look in game then, let's give you guys a bit of a 30-second refresher in case you're catching up with how Dragonflight works. There are four major factions coming. Dragonscale Expedition, the Maruk Centaur, the Iskara Tuskar, and the Valdrakon Accord. These are the four big boy factions that you're going to be working alongside throughout Dragonflight, and each one has between 25 and 30 different renown that can be gained with them. If we take a little bit of a look at Valdrakon just for a second, you can see that there's a reward for pretty much every renown that you unlock. And the reason I'm focusing on this today is because they've added a couple of new ones which are quite juicy. You, up until this point, needed 2,500 reputation for every single renown you got. That was the same for your main character. It was the same for your alts. It makes no difference whatsoever. In today's beta builds, they added these to the renown paths. Now, these have come at level 10 and they come at level 20, and for all four factions, mind you. So if you hit that milestone, if you hit those double digits, and then once again when you hit 20 for any of the four major factions, you unlock an account-wide Word of the Worthy Ally. Your standing with the Valdrakon Accord allows your other characters on this account to gain a 100% additional reputation with the Valdrakon Accord, whilst their renown is below level 10. This is really quite cool. This means that as soon as you hit that milestone, your alts have practically double the reputation for whatever it is that they're doing. So whether they be, completing world quests, doing the side quests, doing the campaign through leveling up, whatever the case may be, their reputation rewards are going to be doubled until they catch up with you, until they also hit level 10. If we take a look at the level 20 variation, it's similar, but ever so slightly different. In this regard, it gives you 100% additional reputation with the Valdrakon Accord whilst their renown is below level 20, and 200% if it's below level 10. So this is a yet more aggressive catch-up if you on your main character have really pushed forward. Let's not forget the reputation required to even hit Renown 20 on your main is going to take you some time. This isn't going to be something that you're going to be bashing out in an afternoon. I was stupid enough at the beginning of the beta to really go ham and try and level up the Dragonscale Expedition to max, and I did manage to do it. But this was, to be fair, at a period in time in the beta where it was much easier to do it. This is sort of a process that I could quite imagine takes a good few weeks to chip away at. What I wanted to do is showcase something that's on top of this as well. These little renown catch-up systems are really cool, but what also happens when you max out any of the main factions is that the renown rewards that you gain from certain activities start to change. There's your main weekly quest, aiding the Accord. This does slightly change what you have to do each week, but it's your big meta quest primarily, similar to like patterns in the past. This offers you a treasure box upon completion, which has a bit of gold and comes with some other goodies included. But the big thing with this is it comes with some reputation for each of those four major factions. But once you've capped one, once you've maxed one out, instead of them being just instant use reputations, they become bind on account tokens that you can then send to your alts. this starts to become really quite powerful. That means if you are still continuing to gain reputation with those factions, once you've hit the cap, you can then take these tokens and send those to your alts as well. This is very, very nice. And by all, you know, we did a small amount of testing earlier on stream. By all accounts, these also are subject to the double or the triple, the 100 or the 200% rep gains as well. So 500 reputation could, in theory, turn into 1,500, 1,500 reputation if you were to send it to a very low level alt or a low renown alt for Dragon Scale Expedition, which is quite powerful. I found this, and then I found one that's even more ridiculous. There is the weekly event going on currently that only comes round once every, 5 or 6 weeks, maybe even a little bit longer. But you gain 50% world quests from reputation. But the quest for this is to complete 20 world quests. The reward for this is very juicy. If you complete 20 world quests, you get to choose a reward. Now, under normal circumstances, you'd probably choose a rep token for the faction that you're, lacking the most. But if you do choose to pick the one you've already maxed out, it will give you a bind on account 2,500 reputation token, which, if you think about that, it would convert into 7,500 reputation for an alt. So 3 instant renown levels for an alt. Quite powerful. I think this is really good. I think this means that if you do chip away at, these factions once and above, maxing them on your main character, that gain is not lost. You could, of course, work towards Paragon boxes and hope that there's some lucrative rewards in Paragon boxes. But if you're, like I said, if you're anything like me, who likes to level up different characters and has your own individual reason for doing it, these little bonuses and a little bit more of a flexible system to allow you to level up your alts more effectively is very welcome. So thank you, Blizzard, for doing this. Hopefully there'll be some other little sneaky things we can find out to level up those alts nice and quickly as well. But let me know what your thoughts on this are in the comment section down below, boys and girls. Are you like me? Are you a bit of an altaholic? Do you like leveling up many characters, or do you prefer to just beeline on one and do everything you possibly can on one? I'd be intrigued to see what your sort of strategy is going forward into Dragonflight. But if you enjoyed the video, boys and girls, remember to give the video a like. It really does help with the YouTube algorithm. Consider subscribing if you're new around here. And until next time, I'll catch you all later. Peace.